Hey guys, this is Scott from the Post-Jurassic Zoo, and I realized that I hadn't really taken an opportunity to show you guys some of my animals. So I wanted to make a short video, well, relatively short video, and show you some of the animals that I currently have, most of which are rescues. And then what I'd like to do is I'll take some time one day and I'll show you individually what each animal is and where they come from and talk a little bit about them. So I am going to take a moment and I want to show you each of the animals that I have, tell you who they are, and we'll just take it from there. So let me grab one. Hold on just a second. Okay, first up, this guy right here, and you guys have seen him before if you've watched or followed for any amount of time. This is Oscar. I showed Oscar first because Oscar, this is a bearded dragon, Oscar is the oldest member of the Post-Jurassic Zoo. I have had Oscar for, 4 years now. And Oscar was a couple of years old when I got him. Those of you that have seen, Oscar had a girlfriend at one time, Lizzie. Oscar and Lizzie. I got Lizzie. Lizzie was a rescue as well. When I got her, she was a little older, and she just recently passed of old age. You say old age, when lizards and when animals get older, a lot of things that are going wrong with them tend to show themselves a lot faster, and they don't get well or don't heal as fast either. But she's gone, rest in peace. But this is Oscar. He is an awesome buddy. Bearded dragon, just a normal morph. He was a rescue long ago, and you've got something on your mouth, bud. But this is Oscar, one of the bearded dragons, and I have some news. Oscar has a new girlfriend. Let me introduce to you Roxy. Hold on just a second. Okay, this gorgeous, gorgeous girl is Roxy. And Roxy's a little bigger than Oscar. And she's kind of saying, don't mess with me right now. Her beard is a little black. But I just received her after Lizzie passed away. A friend of mine said, hey, does Oscar need a girlfriend? And I was like, well, yeah. And so I have now Roxy. And Roxy is great, and they get along together really well. Got a little bit of stuck shed there. Don't want to pull it off. And I've said this before, guys, there's a lot of people that will help shed along and pull it off. Sometimes when it's really stuck, it's kind of like pulling a scab off or something like that. It can't be too comfortable for the animals. So this is just indication that maybe you need to soak them, give them some chance, give them an opportunity to get a little bit more humidity so you can get some of that off. But anyway, this is Roxy. Love her to death. She is a pretty cool girl. And that's number 2. So we've met Oscar and Roxy, and I'm going to show you who's next. All right, drum roll. Introducing, this is George. George is about to shed, but George is a patternless carrot tail gecko, and you see he's a chunky monkey, but he is also a rescue. There was a college kid that didn't want him anymore and was looking to get rid of him, and I said, hey, let me grab him from you because he's the cutest thing. So if you notice, if you're used to leopard geckos, you'll notice that a lot of them have the spots all over, and some of them look like the Geico gecko or what have you. I'm not getting any money from Geico, but my insurance is not even with Geico, so they need to pay me some money. I said their name. But anyway, this little guy right here is totally awesome. And I've had him for maybe a little over a year or so. And he is just really cool. He goes with me when I do, when I do presentations, and the kids absolutely love him. He's really docile. He is really observant of everything that's going on and curious at the same time. So this is him. If you notice, I'm doing lizards first. And then I'm going to wash my hands and do some of the other guys. But this is George. And when he sheds, he's a really bright yellow. You can barely see faint lines where there's some stripes there. I don't know if you can see there and there. But, and then that tail is a bright, bright orange with speckles at the bottom. Oh, that's a good picture of it. So that is George. And we love George. We love you, George. So that is my leopard gecko. Okay, so those were the smaller of my lizards. Now, these next two guys, they like to do things on their own. I'm going to grab them. The first one, he is kind of exciting, but I'm going to grab him because he's going through a little teenage phase where he kind of does what he wants to do, but I will be right back. Let me grab him. I would like to introduce to you Samo. Samo is my green iguana. Actually, he's got some red tones on him. Samo is also shedding a little bit, but Samo is awesome. He is about 3.5 feet long and such a wonderful big boy. You may have seen an old video where he was eating a banana out of my mouth. Such a wonderful kid. Love him to death. We like you, buddy. We like you, buddy. He's so handsome. And you see his nice green, emerald green there on the bottom. Okay, I got you. I got you. And when I said that he likes to do things on his own, he will go crazy because he always wants to get the highest point. And so he always wants to climb on top of my head. But he is doing really good and being good for the camera right now. So I'm pretty excited. I just trimmed his nails because his nails have a tendency to get pretty sharp. And so he had scratched me when I first got him, and it took forever for those scratches to go away. They were pretty deep. So I don't know if you can see his tail. He's got a full tail, didn't have to be regenerated. He didn't ever lose his tail. He is great. I rescued him. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Come on. I rescued him from someone who was in the military. And where are you going, buddy? Someone who was in the military, and they didn't have time for him anymore. And their kids didn't want to be around him. And so, hence, we have Samo. And Samo is really awesome. He's actually named after a green iguana that I had years ago that passed away. And I just loved him so much, and he looks very similar. Love the name. And so this is Samo, and hoping that he has a really long life. Samo, say goodbye if you want. Or not. Sometimes I can catch him and he'll nod his head for the camera. But that is Samo, and so I'm going to go get somebody else. Hold on just a second. Okay, this next guy really does like to do things on his own, whatever he wants to do. So I'm going to try to keep him on the camera for as long as possible. He does his own thing. Really nice, gentle lizard, but I'm super excited because he's absolutely gorgeous, and I think that you'll like him too. Hold on just a second. Okay. I hope you're ready. Let me grab him. I want to make sure he's not going to poop on me when I grab him. But I have a Chicoan giant, a tegu. He's a youngster. He's rambunctious. He's awesome. Let me introduce to you Tobias. We call him Toby. Tobias, one of the, here we go. Hey, buddy. Come on. There he is. Ha ha. Say hey, Toby. This is Tobias. He is the Chicoan red. I don't know if you can see the specks of red in his skin there. Just a youngster, just now getting his jowls. He is about 3.5 feet long and a joy to have. I have him clicker trained. So when I do the clicker, he comes to get something to eat. And here, let him roam around there. He's happy to be out. So absolutely love him. He's got the forked tongue. He is about 1, to, yeah, around 3 feet long. He'll grow a couple more feet or so, and that's from nose to tail. Absolutely a joy. He eats scrambled eggs and mice and rats on occasion, but loves a little bit of fruit. But in love with scrambled eggs, and sometimes I mix little greens in there with it. But that is Toby, Tobias. So on to the next animal. Okay, you guys probably know this guy. This is Charlie. And Charlie is a sulcata tortoise. And Charlie picked now to go to the bathroom. Ho, dude. Chill out for a second. Hold on just a second. That's going to be on the blooper reel. Okay, we're going to try that again. This is Charlie. And after he has decided to pee, gladly it wasn't anything else, all over the walls and on the floor. I had to get that cleaned up. But he is sulcata tortoise. And when I got him, he was about that size. And he's going to grow and grow and grow, and I'll probably pass him down to the kids because he's going to live a lot longer than I will, and maybe the next generation that I have as well. These guys live a very long time, over 100 years, 120, some even older than that. But he is a sulcata tortoise, and I can't wait for him to get big enough to roam around the backyard. This summer I'm going to make a pen for him to be able to hang out in the yard, actually get away from some of the heat. So I'm going to make it really nice for him, but off of the ground, away from predators, with the screen over the top, because we've got hawks and things out here that like to swoop down in the backyard. But that's him. He's absolutely awesome. A sulcata tortoise, also called a spur thigh tortoise. I don't know if you can see the spurs on the thighs, but yes, and that is his defense mechanism. They can pull in just like that. But this is Charlie. Charlie is awesome. And on to the next animal. Okay, so I was going to attempt to get Marilyn Monroe out. Marilyn Monroe is my Arizona desert blonde tarantula. I've only had her for a little while. She's feeling kind of grumpy and doesn't want to get out right now. And they're very, very docile, very, very calm spiders. For those of you that know, I'm just now able to mess around and hold tarantulas and absolutely love them. However, she doesn't feel like she wants to be bothered, and I'm not going to bother her, because not only do I want to not make her resentful in any way of me handling her, but I don't want to make myself end up not wanting to handle her either, if you know what I mean. So we're just going to leave her there, and I'm going to move on to the next animal. Okay, this is one of, I think, the first snake that is a member of the zoo right now. This is Naima. And Naima is a ball python. Ball pythons are sub-Saharan Africa, Ghana, some parts of Nigeria, areas like that. But Naima is awesome. Naima is now almost about a couple of years old. She's really, really gentle. Excellent feeding response. She's really quick, really lively. The kids absolutely love her. Ball pythons are also called royal pythons. Now, she's normal, a normal morph, or the genetic mutation is not present. She's just a normal ball python that someone actually, I guess, probably got from one of the major chain pet stores. Also a rescue. Someone that did not any longer, which most of my pets are rescues, that no longer wanted her. When I got her, she was emaciated, dehydrated, and had mouth rot. Wasn't doing well at all, and a respiratory infection. And I have since rehabilitated her, and she is unbelievable. I'm going really fast because I've got a lot of animals and not a lot of time, and I want to make sure that I get a chance to show you guys. But this is Naima. Now, I want to next show you another normal python, a normal ball python, the oldest member, not the longest that I've had, but the oldest member of the Post-Jurassic Zoo, Okoye, also a normal, but I want to show you how big they can get. She is an adult, full-grown adult, and I will grab her right now. Hold on just a second. Okay, this is Okoye. Okoye, and she's in blue. She's shedding right now, or just finishing up her shed. Perfect reason for calling a ball python, because as a defense mechanism, when they're stressed or when they want to retreat, they can roll up into a very tight ball and hide their head. I don't want to show you her hiding her head by tapping her head because I don't want to stress her anymore. But she is a full-grown ball python. She's about 8 years old. Also a rescue. Absolutely gorgeous, normal ball python. No genetic mutation here necessarily. I don't know if she was wild caught way back when, but she is absolutely a doll. The kids love her. When I go, I took her to a Boy Scout troop and some younger kids got an opportunity to handle her. She's absolutely great with kids. The person that I got her from, he was actually a biologist in the Austin area, and his daughter owned Okoye, and she was going off to school, had been gone for about a year, and they just didn't want her anymore, and I snapped her up because absolutely fantastic. And I like to have quite a few animals when I take animals to go see the kids. I like to have quite a few animals because I don't want to stress them out too much by using the same animals over and over again, to give them an opportunity to have a break. But this is a normal ball python, but look how gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful pattern. Absolutely beautiful. But ball pythons, they have a lot of genetic mutations. There are literally hundreds of different kinds that you can see. So I want to show you the newest addition to the post-Jurassic Zoo. I'm going to go grab Apollo. So hold on just a second. I'll be right back. Okay. Now, if you remember what the two normal ball pythons look like, kind of a brownish green color with the dark stripes. This is Apollo. Now, Apollo is what we call a super bee, or some say a queen. I think there's a queen, super queen bee, but this is a super bee. And there are a lot of things that make the morphs what they are, or genetic mutations, morphs. Now, Apollo's parents, Apollo had a father that was a platinum lesser. Okay, and you can look up what all that means. We'll talk about that one day. I'm not as great with a lot of the morphs, so I'm learning this from the person that I got him from. But he was a platinum lesser, and the mom was a bumblebee. And so now we have a super bee, and someone said that the super bee you can really tell because of the stripe that goes all the way down the body. And young, this snake, and I call it Apollo because I guess I'm hoping it's a male. It'll be my only male snake. Well, second to the only male snake. I have two now. But this snake was born on the spring equinox. It was born May 20th, 2018. So May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Just 7 months old. And a great, great snake. It eats well. You can see the beautiful, beautiful markings that those morphs make. And if you remember the other ones, the difference, you can go back in the video and see the difference. This is the exact same kind of snake as Naima or Okoye, excuse me, but a different paint job. That is the only difference. So really, really great snake. I have a couple of more snakes to show you and we will hopefully be done. Hold on just a second. Okay. This is Raina. Many of you have seen her on a story once or on the stories, my Instagram stories. Raina is my red-tailed boa. Now, if you look at Raina, you see the beautiful red in the tail. This picture doesn't do it justice. And she also has a salmon color on her sides. Boa's a little bit more active. Okay, whereas pythons are more terrestrial. Some of them can be kind of semi-arboreal, a little bit. They like to be up, but most of the time they're ground dwellers. They spend their time in the ground in holes. Boas, more arboreal. They like to climb, and she is, while not a really fast snake, very active. So a lot of people, for a first snake, they love to have ball pythons. Excuse me, boas, not as much, just because they're so active and can be very intimidating for people. But Raina is a wonderful, wonderful snake. Never been bitten, never struck. All of my animals that I have, if they ever strike, I never take them to see the kids, even if they've struck at me. It's just a rule that I have, and none of the animals that I have that are rescues have ever struck or been bitten. This was a rescue that someone dropped off at a pet store that I was able to acquire. And hey, baby, Raina is wonderful. She will crawl up on my lap and then find a nice spot and go to sleep. Sometimes I'll find her, she'll work her way up to the top of my head because, you know, us bald guys, where the heat radiates from. She likes to hang out up there, but she is a joy. And now she's a female boa. She might reach 10 feet long or so and be very heavy bodied. And so you want to make sure you're in shape, and you want to make sure that you do everything to respect these animals and take care. But this is my red-tailed boa, and I will hopefully never be in a situation where I have a lot of terrible accidents. One of the things that I do as a rule, you'll notice when I handle snakes that I tend to keep a hand or something close. I never want to let a snake even accidentally choke me out. And so I make sure that they're not going to cross over and grab their tail. If a snake ever does wrap around, instead of trying to grab it by the head, the easiest way to get a snake from wrapping around you by the way is to start from the tail first, and unwrap that way. And there's a lot of reasons for that I can explain one day. But I just wanted you to meet Raina, the red-tailed boa. Absolutely wonderful. 2 more snakes and then we're done, so hold on just a second. I just woke up Bailey. Bailey is a carpet python. Also a rescue, absolutely gorgeous. You see that green? I said green, but it's kind of a chartreuse, kind of a yellow green that she is. She just went through a shed, and she is absolutely fantastic. Now, a lot of people don't keep carpet pythons because people say about how aggressive they are. She has been absolutely fantastic with me. She loves the kids. The owner that had her before was really, really mean. And I bought her because she is a beautiful snake, but a lot of people would say not the most beautiful because she's got a lot of burn marks where she was allowed to get too close to heating elements and places that hopefully with a few sheds would go away, but they don't seem like they are. A lot of marks. Samo actually has those marks on his thigh too, where people did not take care of the animals. I don't know if you can see that mark there, and there's an area in her spine that seems like it's crooked a little bit, but I absolutely love her. This is Bailey. She is a show stealer for sure. The kids fall in love. She ends up making herself a belt, and the kids kind of wear her around the waist. And that is the carpet python. Absolutely fantastic snake. Love her to pieces. And she as well likes to hang out with me. She'll find a spot and go to sleep on my lap. And I just wanted to make sure that you got an opportunity, trying to get a really good shot there, to meet her. Black eyes. I love the black eyes that she has. How cool she is. And she's not going to be still. Taking a selfie with a snake is tough. If you've never tried to do it, I just want to let you know, it's tough. So let me go grab the last animal. Hold on just a second. This might take a bit. And this is Butters. Butters is the brand new addition. Now, albino, some say she may be a lemon drop. Her eyes aren't as red. She's got a lot of yellow on the top. Again, I'm not as great with the morphs, so if you know, please, in the comments, let me know what she is. But she is, he's absolutely fantastic. This is Burmese python. Butters is a little over 10 feet long and an absolute joy to have. Extremely docile. I prefer, now I love all of them, but I prefer to keep, as far as showing kids and things like that, Burmese pythons, because of their temperament, is really good. She's wrapped around a chair. So, all my girl snakes got me saying she, but he's wrapped around a chair down here and I can't get him loose. So I'll have to do that when the video's done. But the cool thing about this snake is a lot of kids can look at Butters at the same time and hold Butters and touch Butters. And Butters is super temperament. kind of like a puppy dog. When the people say puppy dog tame, I'm talking extremely, extremely tame. And instead of feeding rabbits, and I'll explain a little bit about that one day as well, huge rabbits, I don't want there to be a possibility of hurting Butter's mouth and things like that just because he can't eat them that size. So I would rather give multiple rats because the stomach is so long and I want him to be satiated and feel like he's full and get the most from his food. So instead of one huge rat that could hurt the jaws and things like that, I give him one huge bunny rabbit. I give him jumbo rats, things like that. And he absolutely loves it. A great feeding response. A lot of times when you get brand new animals, they don't want to feed when they have a new environment. But I guess the animals know that I love them and I'm going to take care of them because he feeds absolutely fine and wonderful, wonderful animal. So that is my Burmese python. I hope you guys enjoyed the animals that I have. And of course, I've got some hissing cockroaches and things like that. Maybe one day we'll do a special on hissing cockroaches or another one. I did one on YouTube once before. But this is them, my animals. I knew that I hadn't done anything where everybody could see all of them, so I hope you enjoyed. And until next time, I will try to be a little bit more consistent when we video. But we'll talk to you soon. Say bye, Butters. So that was the animals that I have. Butters is still chilling right here. I wanted an opportunity for you guys to see them and experience the joy that I have with keeping animals. I'm on a hiatus. I'm not going to get any more animals for about 6 months and just really spend time taking care of these and making sure everybody stays healthy after those that are in quarantine or out of quarantine, etc. If you guys get an opportunity, put a link, show me your animals. I'd love to see them. In the meantime, please, please, please subscribe, hit that subscribe button and then the notification so when you know when I put up another video. And I really hope that you enjoyed this. Any comments that you have or suggestions for me, please put those down as well. And until next time, this is Scott with the Post-Jurassic Zoo. I will see you later.